and we have gone through total 1000.7 strategies, 7 category and point values. One by one, we will look into these 7 categories, wherein all these 7 categories do have its own value and certain number of points. Now, leadership, I have given you one example. It's not just day-to-day routine work wherein a CEO, MD, GM, or even national sales manager or middle management is coming at their workplace, working together and leaving by 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening to their homes. That way, top management people are not working. That's the style of a common worker, blue collared worker or lower level worker. Leadership is always ready to face unexpected things, challenges, or they take challenges even though they are doing well. Now, I have given you example of Cadbury. The same way, Maggie noodles, which were found, Maggie is a product of which company? Hmm? Any idea? Maggie noodles?
Nestle.
Nestle. So in between, if you can recall your memory, Maggie noodles were banned in entire India because of content graphite. Now this was very difficult phase for top management of Nestle company. Maggie as a noodle, Maggie as a product, fast food, as a fast food or breakfast food was very popular product, very popular and number one product in India. When we say noodles, we very quickly say Maggie, and that's too its content as such have less promotional value. But what is more important in Maggie, it can be prepared within 2 minutes. In calculation, it may require 5 minutes, but its advertising for last several decades since the Doordarshan only was viewed by public. Only black and white television sets were there at every other house in selected houses those days. In fact, Maggie was the advertising product seen by we people in our childhood. There used to be Dabur Dant Manjan, Colgate powder, Colgate paste, and Maggie noodles. These were the products which got very much popular on account of Doordarshan advertising. And this particular product was made for working women in urban area, and all the way early morning when a working woman in Indian families have to prepare herself, she has lots of responsibilities apart from her own preparation. She is required to make breakfast. She is required to keep her late night utensils washed. Then she is supposed to prepare lunch for her children, her husband, other family members. She has to be ready for herself, and then she's set to office. And in such a difficult situation, early morning haste, she is always having requirement for saving time and not the money. And for that purpose, for breakfast of those working women, Maggie as a product was born. But because of its design, size, it became very popular among school going children's. And later on, those positioning of that particular product was shifted from working women to children's. So because of graphite, it was banned in India and their sale went down drastically. But again, leadership was very firm for that particular company, Nestle, and they removed that particular content. And without that content also, Maggie can be as tasty as it was in its previous form. This is what convinced by leadership of Nestle to Indian market, wholesalers, distributors, and from those wholesalers and distributors, the same message passed on to retailers. So these all particular factors when it comes to leadership are very important. One minute. Yeah, in between it went off. So this is where the leadership do have 120 points all put together: organization, leadership, and social responsibility. Now this social responsibility as a point taken into Falcon Bridge non financial parameter has its own value, although by count it is having only 50 points. What could be leaders' responsibility when it comes to social responsibility? This is something how social responsibility of leadership of a company can play one important role. Now they are the decision maker. They do have powers, money, reputation, and rest all things in their hand. When it comes to leadership, leadership shouldn't get position as a profit making entity. Whoever is leader or how many members are performing role as a leader, they should have concern for social responsibility. Within India, when we are facing some natural calamities like uh, drought, where no rain situation is there, or flood like situation, or certain situations like earthquake, volcanic eruptions. In such situation, most of the popular companies within India of Indian origin do come to help people, those who are in need. and they are posing themselves that we don't just make money by working in this land, by taking resources from this country. We are here to help you also when you are needing it very badly, or you are in that particular situation where you need help from others. So this is how social responsibility plays an important role. Pepsodent or Colgate do have free dental checkup of school children. These type of camps are arranged by Indian Medical Association, Indian Dental Association, and these popular brands, Pepsodent, Close-Up, Colgate, they are helping these school-going children, and uh, Inner Wheel Club, Rotary Club, Lions Club, these clubs are getting help from these companies, commercial organizations. They are playing their role as social responsibility. Strategic planning have 85 points. Strategy development and strategy deployment. Developing strategies which will have some value by knowing the market condition, by knowing the customer needs and wants, by knowing their purchase power or discretionary income, by knowing what may come in future. Strategies needed to be developed by top management, and its deployment again is a very important factor. One important thing and very interesting, which you all know, perhaps you must have heard earlier, but in different way. Uh, Let us assume, means it's not necessary to assume, also it's a reality. India comprises almost 5 lakh villages. Certain villages may have population up to 10,000, 12,000, 20,000, and there are some villages who are facing uh, climatic odd or climatic adversity. Hmm? They are at the hilly regions, or having are disconnected, not having proper roads, not having telephone connection, no communication with outer world. Likewise, in deep forest also, but they do have, even if there are 10, 20 or 40 houses comprising a small village, there will be one retail store, isn't it? Every other place now, at least one retail store for one village is available, and that retailer is selling basic needed commodities. That may be edible oil, rice, besan, wheat, jawar, groundnut, all these things they are selling. Now that village or that particular retailer may not have thumbs up, may not have Coke, may not have Pepsi, which are very popular and well-known products. But definitely 110% he will be having one Indian brand. Even if the village is of all put together 300 population or 500 population, he is having that particular product. Any idea of that product you can give? What must be that particular product? Any particular brand you can quote?
Parle-G.
Yes, very, very, very good. In very first attempt, you have given correct answer. Here it comes to strategic planning, availability of product. Strategy development requires top management to see to it that every other corner and nook of a country, our product has to remain available. The very basic thing of selling in higher quantity is to make it available. And this particular product from 1940 in India is available throughout country. And to our surprise, we haven't seen any price change for last 10, 20 plus years. Although we can visibly say that there's no price change, but there is change in biscuit size and the quantity of biscuits which are included in one pack. That way they are having profit. They are not doing any charity by keeping price same. They are not doing any charity by keeping price same because they are decreasing quantity of biscuits. Number of biscuits or total weight of biscuits is lowered than the previous packs of Parle-G. So this is what strategy development and strategy deployment. Parle-G is available as a product throughout India at the remote place also, whether it is Bharat, India, Pakistan border or till Kanyakumari. It is available even with a chai wala. He is selling on the road. He must be having that particular few boxes or few cartons of Parle-G. Although they came up with very other brands also, but their logo, picture, then what we say, title, G for genius, everything is the same one, which used to be 40 and 50 years ago. So this is relevant to strategy development. Product needs to be made available, then only it will have sale. If product is not available, like biscuit, people will not go empty hand back to their home. They will buy some other brand. They are least bothered if Parle-G is not available. Of course, we are using Parle-G for last several decades. But when one brand is not available, customers do buy other brand. If A is not available, B is available. If B is not available, C is available. That way, availability matters a lot. Now, customer and market focus. What is this point suggest, and total number of points given for this criteria, third one is 85. Address how an organization seeks knowledge, satisfaction and loyalty of customers. Customer and market knowledge. Customer knowledge and market knowledge. What means by saying? Now we have seen segmentation, positioning, advertising. When it comes to market segmentation, geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, behavioral segmentation, all these factors are considered, studied, and based on those, customers are chosen for right product at right time at right place. That way, customer and market knowledge is very much important. Earlier once I have, if I'm not wrong, perhaps I am given one example of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They came in the India and started from Bangalore. All the metro cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, they wanted to occupy, and they were quite confident that it will be a big success for them as KFC is world known. Now, here what point is important? Market knowledge. India's market and India's food market is roughly divided into two categories, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Now, when it comes to country like India, and that's to zone like South India, people who are vegetarian are very strict with their food habit. They won't eat even if it is given them to free, where both the foods in category veg and non-veg are served together. They don't want to stand up or sit at the place where non-veg is served or non-veg is prepared. Kentucky Fried Chicken was having in its title itself fried chicken, and that created impression among them that all the food what KFC will serve as a franchisee will be non-vegetarian, and they couldn't do well because market knowledge before arriving in the India or customer knowledge before coming to India was not taken properly by KFC. Now, Coke came up in blue color. Blue color Coke was launched in decade 1990, and the same time Indian market had blue colored kerosene also. That particular product was not much appreciated by Indian customers. And next point is customer relationships and satisfaction. How customer gets satisfied? When performance of a product is equal to expectations of a product. That way customers get satisfied. And how well we maintain relations with customers. What all are the things throughout year we do plan and implement for customers apart from selling their companies, organizations, services and products? What all are the other things that are done for customers plays important role. Measurement, analysis and knowledge management addresses analysis and management of data, information and knowledge assets. This is what relevant to geographic segmentation and demographic segmentation of customers. Measurement and analysis of organizational performance. We have already seen that performance measured by organizations based on their vision, mission, objective and strategies implementation. Information and knowledge management. Certain things needed to be known by organization much before even they launch a particular product. Information and knowledge management plays vital role here. Human resource focus. This is internal thing. HR focus is an internal thing for any organization. What all are the things included here? Work systems. How well we are working in the organization. It is divided into 3 shifts. General shift. Workers are having their planned implementation points. They are doing well. Are they having enough skill and knowledge for work which they are performing? Employee learning and motivation. Now learning and motivation again do have strong connection with social and cultural values also. Employees social and cultural values. Now the next point is employee well-being and satisfaction. Whether PF is deducted, employee service insurance is taken, they are getting medical benefit, having casual leave, sick leave, earned leave, then family pension scheme. All these employee well-being schemes are required to be implemented from HR department, and these all benefits should pass on to employee who are working in the organization. That makes them to remain in the same organization for long duration. Process management, value creation process and support process. What it is? Addresses key work processes and process management. How work is performed by a particular organization when actual product or service is manufactured or getting sold to customers. If we go to a shopping mall, departmental store, consumer cooperative, hypermarket, we are helped by floor sales executive with one trolley bag. Then we are moving from one rack to another, from one floor to other floor. The ambience inside that store makes us to buy those things which were not in our prepared list. What it is called as impulse buying. Now, when we are buying certain things, same things as such like Lux soap or Dettol or Colgate, that is available in Food Bazaar, Big Bazaar or Shopper Stop and even at the corner store also. Now what happens when we are having list of 60-70 items with us and we have to buy them from our nearby Kirana store? Our process is to go there. We are standing by having that list of paper in our pocket. Certain customers are before us, other few are after us. Standing there, not touching the product, not smelling them, not looking at their price, not knowing what new came to the market. All these things irritates us. We are buying those products which were into our list, holding those 2-3 bags and going back to our home. One process of buying once in a month is irritating, tiresome, exhaustive. The other one where we are moving with trolley bag, looking into products range, different sizes, packs, newly launched product, and all that atmosphere wherein we don't even feel that we are tired. This is what happens. K work process and process management. These all things how a customer is getting treated when we are giving him service, or how a product is getting manufactured. This is what relevant to process management. All these things at the end of the seventh criteria are business results. What it addresses: progress on result, including levels, trends, and comparative data. It is having the highest point out of 1450. Customer focus results, product and service result, financial and market results, human resource result, organizational effectiveness result, and governance and social responsibility results. So this is what relevant with Malcolm Bridge non-financial parameter criteria included in 7 points. Now, apart from this, we do have one more next subtopic to share with, is measuring strategic business unit SBU level performance. The next subtopic is measuring SBU level performance. Is this visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will make it full screen. Now what happens? Strategy, which is at the center point of rest all work functions of an organization. How strategies can be found at 2 levels. Strategies for whole organization. They are called as corporate strategies. In corporate strategy, what example we can give? For whole organization, a corporate strategy, that may be accidental benefit given to workers while performing their duty, whether he is performing his duty in admin office, HR office, or actual manufacturing plant. If he is meeting with accident, partial injuries, or death on the spot, corporate strategies give compensation based on his designation and level of seriousness. That is what corporate strategies. Now, strategies for business units within the organization, that is called as business unit strategies. Within the organization, that may be a separate department. That department may be production, advertising, marketing, finance, or any other department which is working as a separate entity. Although strategic choices are different at different hierarchical levels, there is a clear need for consistency in strategies across business unit and corporate level. Now, concept of strategic business unit. What it is? It is an autonomous divisions or organizational units enough to be flexible and large enough to exercise control over most of the factors affecting their long-term performance. Here what it is said, autonomous divisions. We will look into concept of SBU separately. With the word autonomous, what is your understanding? Being student of MBA, you must have heard that certain institutes within Pune are autonomous. What is the difference between autonomous and affiliated to university, educational institutes? Any idea you can give me? Any difference you can quote?
The example to give is like MIT or InSearch College versus our Siagat College. Autonomous body is the own independent governing body. They have their own rules and regulation and follow their self pattern for all the teaching method as well as examination method. So I
Yeah,
would say it's an independent, different body.
yeah. MIT student after completing BE, when receiving degree or mark list, it will not have logo of SPPU. They will be having their own exam, own result declaration, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And when we are talking of Siahgad, Jaivan Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, or our very own college like Matrix Business School, what happens when we are appearing for exam? We appear from Matrix School to SPPU, University Level Exam. And when our result comes, first semester, second semester, or fourth semester, and after completing all 4 semesters successfully, when we attend convocation ceremony, we get rewarded degree from Savitribai Phule, Pune University, wherein college as a educational institute is little mention on the mark list or degree certificate. Now, autonomous educational institute have their own exam, have their own selection criteria, have their own examination method. 3 semesters, 2 semesters in one academic year, whatever it may be. So that way, when they are declaring their result or giving mark list or giving degree certificate, they are giving their own. So rules and regulations, decision making, everything is individually handled by that particular organization. Or even in SBU, autonomous divisions or organizational units, enough to be flexible and large enough to exercise control over most of the factors affecting their long-term performance. Now, strategic business unit may be one individual department. When we are looking into products of Hindustan Unilever Limited, all put together, there are 720 products. Those products are cosmetic, personal care, for household or family usage, and that way they have to make different units or different strategic business units, so that each and every individual division will have their own responsibility of sale, responsibility of storage, responsibility of covering market, handling customers, generating profit, and quarterly, half yearly, and yearly performance show. This is what relevant to strategic business unit. Now here we have one exhibit given here, summaries the strategic concerns at the 2 organizational levels and generic strategic option at each level. Here at the top, what is mentioned as a content strategy level, key strategic issues, generic strategic options, and primary organizational level involved. When strategy level is of corporate, I have given you example. Compensation if any damage to the health or accidental death, accidental injuries happen. What that one is compensation given as? This is the decision of corporate level strategy. Now, corporate level at case strategy issue, are we in the right mix of industries? Now, what happens when Tata is having tie-up with American Insurance Group, AIG, or Bajaj is having tie-up with Allianz? That decision to come into insurance sector and tackle insurance sector for more and more business is decided by corporate level. What industries or sub-industries should we be in? This is the strategic issue which is solved at corporate level. Now, single industry related diversification, unrelated diversification are options. If ITC, Indian Tobacco Company, is coming into tourism and hospitality, It is a completely diversified sector wherein they are coming from ITC's tobacco manufacturing and marketing. If they are coming in traveling and hospitality section, what it is, 3-star, 4-star hotels throughout India, 5-star hotels throughout India, it is completely different sector. Now, this is what generic strategic option within corporate level, a company which is in automobile sector coming into electric car market. What it is, related diversification from diesel and petrol four-wheelers, Tata or Bajaj are coming into electric four-wheelers. Why? Because in near future, fuel prices have to go up every day. People are fed up with this price change, and very concerned factor is environmental pollution, air pollution. So electric cars will be a better option in coming future. Now, any electric car model example you can give, which is there available in Pune also?
Tata Nexon.
It's an electric car.
Yes, it is available into electric version as well as petrol and diesel version also.
So what it is, related diversification. When automobile sector people are coming in insurance, it is unrelated diversification. When automobile sector is coming in electric car sector, it is related diversification. Getting it? So industry, sub-industry, all these things are related to case strategic issues. Business unit level strategy. And there are issues in business unit level. What should be the mission of the business unit? Build, hold, harvest, divest. These all are business unit level strategic options. Corporate office and business unit general manager. Who is involved in this type of business unit level of decision making? Corporate office and business unit general manager. How should the business unit compete to realize its mission? This is what low cost differentiation, and business unit general manager can take such decisions at business unit level. So this is how these type of decisions at corporate level and business unit level can be taken. Now, business unit strategies, what they are explained here. Competition between diversified firms does not take place at the corporate level. Tata Group as such is not a straight away competitor of Reliance, Bajaj or ITC, or for that sake any other company. Rather a business unit in one firm. What is said here? Example, Procter & Gamble's Pampers. Pampers is product from Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble is company from which country? It's from US. Please remember. And it's very tough competitor of Hindustan Unilever Limited. Now, a business unit in one firm, Procter & Gamble's Pampers, compete with business unit in another firm, Kimberly-Clark's Huggies. Now, Huggies and Pampers are what product? Which are the product? What this product mean for? Pampers, Huggies?
For baby usage.
They are baby diapers. Okay. Babies are consumer, and their parents who are buying these products for them are customers. Please try to understand difference between customer and consumer. These are Pampers, Huggies, and other few brands of Indian companies are also available in the market. They are baby diapers for newborn baby up to 2 to 2.5 years. So these all are, Pampers is from Procter & Gamble, Huggies is from Kimberly-Clark. These two units of two different companies compete with each other. Getting it? Procter & Gamble is not directly competing with Kimberly-Clark. These two units from this particular two big size business entities are competing with each other. Corporate office of diversified firm does not produce profit by itself. Revenues are generated and costs are incurred in the business unit. Business unit strategies deals with how to create and maintain competitive advantage in each of the industries in which a company has chosen to participate. Now, business unit strategies deals with how to create and maintain competitive advantage. What happens? A business unit as part of entire organization is much smaller than complete corporate complete business, entire organization. What happens? Those all business unit employees knows well who all are their competitors, whom they have to tackle. As a company or as a policy maker, corporate level people will reach to us, will design their policy lately. But as an individual unit, we can decide and have quick decision making, and we can go ahead to beat our competitor. So this is what explained here. Now the next one is strategy of a business unit depends on two interrelated aspects: its mission and its competitive advantage. Now here, when it comes to strategic business unit decisions taken and autonomy is given to them, what it is called as decentralization. And companies do have policies like centralization and decentralization. Decisions are handed down from the top echelon of management and subordinates carry them out. When it comes to centralized organization, decision making happens only and only through top management. What top management asks middle management and lower management to do, that has to be followed by their subordinates. Decentralized decision making is decisions are made at divisional and departmental levels. Decentralization is what decisions are made at divisional and departmental levels based on situation, based on past experience, based on past figures. Decentralization and divisional departmental level people can take decisions. Decentralization further explained here. What is meant by decentralization? Assigning of specific responsibilities to subunits of organizations. Now, responsibilities. What may be responsibilities of subunits in decentralized organizational culture? There are 4 quarters in one calendar year or financial year. When it comes to garment or gold jewelry, like products in Indian market, their sale during 3rd quarter of financial year, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. What I am talking of, season like Diwali and Dussehra, certain level of increase is always observed in garment industry. You must have seen there are hawkers and stalls on the road also during Diwali season for almost 10-15 days. Now decentralized subunits of organization decides to buy more quantity of garment when it comes to seasons like Diwali, and for that 3rd quarter they remain well prepared so that customers will not go empty handed, or due to unavailability of different category of garments they will not lose the customer. So this is what relevant to decentralization. When an organization has a decentralized structure, it has several separate profit centers. We have seen profit centers of manufacturing, of finance, of marketing, likewise. Now benefits of decentralization: creates greater responsiveness to local needs, leads to gains from quicker decision making, increases motivation of subunit managers, Why subunit manager will get motivated? Because he has given certain powers. Certain decision making powers are given to subunit managers. That's why he get motivated. He don't have to wait for top management to take decision and then go ahead. Assist management development and learning. Every other thing cannot be learned by top management. At local level, certain changes occurs which are part and parcel of working that separate department, that individual department employee. Sharpens the focus of subunit managers. Subunit manager remains focused. Which particular quarter goes slow? Which particular time of year sale goes at the top? What competitors in and around area are doing as a strategy or selling with certain advertising themes? Those all things are known to subunit managers. So what he is doing, he remains focused how to sell his product. Decentralization enables country managers to make decisions that exploit their knowledge of local business and political conditions. Local business and political conditions. Now, we do have this calendar year on 20th July, Pandharpur Wari. Today, our Deputy Chief Minister was having meeting with all the Palki committee members from Dehu, Alandi, and many other places of Maharashtra. This particular condition of Wari, where people by walk goes from Pune, Satara, Solapur, and other places towards Pandharpur, that situation of 20 to 25 days is very good market for street sellers, retailers, and medical stores. And in this particular situation, where hundreds and thousands of people by walk leave from one particular space, one particular district to Solapur or to Pandharpur, is very opportunistic condition, opportunistic stage for all the local managers who are handling subunit of a particular company. In this particular situation, they take maximum advantage, and most of the population which goes to and which take part in Wari belongs to rural and semi-urban area. So products with cheaper rate and available easily, having less decision making time, are sold very fast. This is what relevant to political condition is mentioned here, but market condition or business condition also could be said. So this is what decentralization strategy. Now the next important point is goal congruence. What it is said here is goal congruence. If you cannot understand or have difficulty in knowing the meaning of congruence, you can go for synonyms or look into the Google meaning of congruence. What is meant by congruence here? When subunit managers in the organization hold a common set of objectives. Commonality. What is meant by congruence? Commonness, common set of objectives. Individual goal congruence. When a member's personal goals are consistent with those of the organization as a whole. When a member's personal goals are consistent with those of the organization as a whole. Behavioral congruence. When individuals behave in the best interest of the organization regardless of their own goals. Congruence is related to commonness, similarity. Goal congruence, individual goal congruence, and behavioral goal congruence. These all should match with organizations as a whole. Goal congruence means that in so far as is feasible, the goals of an organization's individual members should be consistent with the goals of the organization itself. In a goal congruence process, the actions people are led to take in accordance with their perceived self-interest are also in the best interest of the organization. There has to be certain fine tune between individual goals and organizational goals. The next point is a transfer pricing. This particular transfer pricing as a topic I will start in tomorrow's session. Now, when it comes to goal congruence, or what we say, individual goal congruence, when an individual person, if he is working in in-house or in field, if the same person is working for same organization and for same territory or at same location for prolonged duration, he develops a mentality, or he is knowing certain possibilities in future because of his past experience. Now, when it comes to this type of workers or this type of sales people, what they do for certain months of or certain quarters of a financial year, a calendar year, they dump heavy stock with the distributor because of their past experience. Now, organization, if having a strategy not to dump stock with their wholesaler, agent, distributor, stockist, if not required, it's quite possible that the same stock required to be carried without any fresh order for next 1 month or 2 months. Now, in this situation, that individual salesperson do have confidence that although I am asking for extra stock, I know how to liquidate it, how to make it available to every retailer in my territory and sell it to the final customer. This is what relevant to individual goal congruence with consistency of organization. It is quite possible that because of certain festivals in India, what was the target given to an individual salesperson got achieved in third financial quarter of that year. What about remaining 3 months? That individual person may say that as I have achieved my sales budget of entire 12 months, now I won't be able to make more because my distributor or wholesaler won't be taking it. This is what happens with individual goal congruence. These places like Prayagraj, earlier called as Allahabad, Haridwar, or we say Nashik, once in a 10 year, once in a 12 year, they do have Kumbh Mela. Once in a 4 it is happening, but they get on rotation basis once in a 12 year or 16 year. Now what happens in that particular territory, if a salesman is working and if it is first quarter of financial year, because of the heavy population visiting that particular place, their entire year target is achieved in, their entire year sales budget is achieved in 1.5 months. What to do for next 10.5 months? So this is happens when it comes to goal congruence. Sub-unit managers in the organization hold a common set of objectives, and that common set of objectives is needed to be followed by personal goals of an individual. This is how relevant with goal congruence. Now, we are in preparation of your internal assessment, comprehensive concurrent evaluation. That may be case study, that may be PPT presentation, or open book study, or class test. Most of the time for my subject, I will be giving you open book test, which is having questions and answers. Questions may be for one question 10 marks and 5 questions for enterprise performance management. And for retailing analytics, once in a week we are having lecture. Tomorrow I will be having lecture of retailing analytics. Hardly we have finished one unit. Even that one unit is not completely finished. Tomorrow I will see to it that I am finishing entire unit 1 for retailing analytics, and I am in process to prepare your open book test questions. And one I will submit it to Ajotikar madam, and Ajotikar madam will see to it that it reaches to you within scheduled time. Apart from this internal assessment process, although you all are working people, I request you, if you are using laptop or PC at workplace, please do make use of that laptop maximum for preparation of multiple choice questions. Which subject, even if you type MCQ with answers, you will get at least 100 MCQ for individual subject, not just EPM. Another 5 subjects for which you are appearing university exam. Remember this particular thing and prepare yourself for exam. Now I will stop here as it is 7 o'clock. Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.